class 1. And thank you also for the feedback. We have received a very positive feedback from our students who have practiced since class 1. Very promising. It's beyond our expectation. It is wonderful. Before I forget, I would like to remind you of class 2 this coming up Saturday, September 25th, 6 a.m. California time, or Pacific time, US time. Is also 8 p.m. Vietnam time, GMT +7. So I hope that you take time to sign up for the class 2 this coming weekend, and you will be upgraded of your energy level, and you will see even better results. So before I continue with my program today, I am gonna share with you some of the very positive feedback from our class 1 students. So I start with Mr. Dan Rokovitz from the US. He said, "My health really improved. Energy changed my life. I'm happier and have a lot of energy during the day. Thank you so much to Mr. James and Mr. Lee." Another feedback from Miss Renate Helmich. She's a German living in Argentina. She said, "I'm practicing every day. I feel less tired, full of energy, very active." That's wonderful to hear. Miss Nguyễn Thị Hạnh from Vietnam, she said, "More than great. Thanks, energy and Mr. Lei so much." Mr. Adrian Tan from Malaysia, he said, "Helps you maintain peace and calm." So far, we have a lot of positive feedback here. Or Miss Mika Nikuni from Japan, she said, "I felt life floating and I felt the activation for stem cell. I had a feeling of thankfulness." That's wonderful to hear, Miss Mika. And Mr. Wee Hieng Peng from Singapore, and he said, "Realize the importance of love yourself and to forgive and forget the offender. Received slight warmth on neck and shoulder." And here is a very long feedback from Mr. Henry Pham from New Zealand. He said, "The magic happened for my family. My wife got sleep better, deeper sleep after a long time of insomnia. My memory enhanced, felt easier to resolve technical issue in programming as well as planning. More engagement members in my family with love." All right, so these are wonderful, wonderful feedback. I'm very happy to hear. And aside from that, more people share their sensation and also the warm feeling along their spine when they practice. And beside that, we also have feedback from students that said they did not feel anything. They did not feel any difference. And so we would like to address this as well. So for you who have experienced the same, that you have not felt anything, you're not alone. We don't want you to feel like you're being left behind. So don't worry. We all are different. We have different sensory systems, and sometimes it takes someone. It's not a race, but someone is faster than the others. But you don't feel bad, okay? We hear you, and we have support here. So if you really, if you need help and you need support, and please let us know through the comments in the Facebook page, and also the YouTube live stream comments, the chat box as well. Please let, and we are here to help. And but now we don't have a international team for healers yet. Well, we do in Vietnam, but with different time schedule, time zones. But if you have health problems, if you have your loved ones have health problems and you need support, and please let us know, and we will reach out to you, and we will guide you how to connect to our team of healers. And we don't want to leave anyone behind. Okay, so that's my little sharing about the feedback from our learners of Energy Class 1. And there's some very interesting thing I would like to share with you too, is our NLG Vietnam page of last time when they celebrated the 12th anniversary, when Mr. Lee first found out about NLG and started spreading the healing energy to the world. We had 35,000 views, 35,000 views on that one live stream. That was incredible, right? And in total, we have had 4.5 million views for the past 2 months of our live stream. We run 2 times a day in Vietnam, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And it has been incredible. We have great success in Vietnam, and we hope we are running this English live stream, hoping to help spread the same effect to the world. And we want you to benefit the healing effect of NLG like the Vietnamese people have had for the past years that Mr. Lee has been helping them. And so our focus for our program today is our conversation and interview with Mr. Peter Tran. He is from California, San Jose, California in the US. He is an executive officer of DTT Investments Inc. And he is a seasoned practitioner, energy practitioner of advanced level. I just got to know from Mr. Lei earlier that he was one of the very first ones who had approached to NLG and has been practicing so far since 2017. Well, we'll have a lot more details and he will share with us. So I will leave the details in our interview, this coming up interview today now. So welcome Peter Tran.
Hi, too.
Hello, Peter.
Hi.
Great. How are you doing? How was your day?
My day was good. Thank you.
Oh, great. Okay. So could you tell the audience a little more about yourself, your work, and a little detail about your life?
Oh. I very, very busy schedule. I'm an executive officer of a company, and I do work up to 12, 14 hours a day. And on my spare time, I do volunteer. I enjoy my volunteer work. So I do volunteer at a community center in the United States. We have community center that we can go to volunteer.
That sounds wonderful. So with you being an executive officer and you work 12 to 14 hours a day, I can imagine the amount of stress. So could you share with the audience how energy has helped you with stress management and so on?
Yes, I can share some story. Prior to NLG, when I reached the work hours of maybe after 8 hours work, I get really exhausted. My energy drained. But once I learned NLG, I don't feel that anymore. My energy seemed to balance. I get rejuvenated. I don't get tired after my 12 hours, 13 hours work. Then I don't need to sleep long hours, usually average 2 to 4 hours, and that's enough.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. And I'm sure I have heard a lot of people saying the same. And I myself have also experienced the effect of sleeping less than I used to need, because I used to need to sleep a lot because my energy level was so low. And now I don't sleep much. And I think energy is doing something that helps us really energized. So that's wonderful to hear that you are doing a lot of volunteer work at the community centers. And could you share a little more about what you do there?
Oh, I do teach. I teach martial arts, so I volunteer teaching there, and I do for senior. I do help them with paperwork, and occasionally there are cases where they need help with health, and I did spend many years researching alternative medicine, whatever I can to share with them, and some works, many doesn't work. So. But
Oh,
yeah, alternative medicine is like that. Sometimes you find a plant that works great, and sometimes a lot of plants doesn't work. But NLG, I was able, after learning NLG, I was able to give healing session to the public that stopped by the community center.
wow. Could you please tell us more about your healing support to others? You told us about your helping your grandfather, the 97 years old. And could you please share more with the audience? That's such a lovely story.
Yeah, that was my very first case. After I learned NLG from Mr. Lay, after class 2, I came home. I was a caretaker for my late grandfather. He was 97 years old. And I share my experience learning NLG. And he say, really? Let's give it a try. I say, okay, doesn't hurt. And he was bedridden. He was due to his old age and diabetes and liver, kidneys. So he was unable to stand or walk because his body filled with a lot of fluids. So we start a session, and I did. We start the daily session on him. I did that for I would say after a week, and he was able to sit up. And then and a week later, he was able to stand. And I shared a story with Mr. Lay when I was attending class 3. And Mr. Lay said, "Wow, we can help him, Peter." So Mr. Lay and Mr. Lay came and helped. And in a few weeks later, he was able to walk.
That sounds like a miracle. And like Mr. Lay said, energy is all about love. And you are practicing love. And he said, mostly for family members, the healing effect is incredible because we have the love there, and it is there, the love and the connection, and the healing effect is amazing. And I don't have my paper or my image here with me today, but there was a story of a mother. Where did she live? California. She helped cure her son's leukemia. Do you remember that case? The son. Okay, yeah, it was one of the very early cases. So I hope that we can have the documentary and the documents and images of the child and to share with our audience. It's amazing. We have the doctor's diagnosis and the picture of the boy before and after, and he is a completely energy saved his life. His mom saved his life. It's the love that saved him. And like you could help your grandfather, and the love is there. And and yes, and you told me earlier that he also did some community activities there too. He even attended lectures afterwards, like after
Yes.
Mr. Lee helped him.
Yes. After he walks again, he rescheduled to give lectures in the community.
Lectures.
So he at 90 that time he became 98 years old. And it was
Wow,
amazing. So he did well.
he did
But
well.
yeah,
That's wonderful. How old did he live to? That he was 98 that year. It's been
when he left, he was May. He was 4 months away from turning 100 years.
wow.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
yes, I was thinking when we talked earlier, I thought he was still alive, and I thought, wow, I couldn't wait to fly to California to celebrate his 100th birthday. To one of the rare centennial seniors here. That's but I'm sure he had a great life.
Yes,
Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, I know he was loved. And talking about helping seniors, I also have a personal story to share with you too and with the audience. So today I believe it or not, I attended Tai Chi class. I'm practicing Tai Chi. So audience, you may think of seniors with a very smooth flow, and it's not just for old people. You can practice Tai Chi at a very young age. There is a 90-year-old lady. She is from China, very sweet lady. And today she didn't have transportation to the class. So I offered to drive her, and she was brightening up. It was so beautiful to see that. And she invited me to have lunch with her, and she gave me some tomatoes, her homegrown tomatoes. And yes, I just felt great doing that. And I'm going to pick her up again tomorrow. And yes, this is like, I'm practicing 5 forms of love, and it just feels great to help others. Yes.
And you can learn a lot from seniors too.
No, we do, and I learned. It's amazing. So she shared with me that her father was a career diplomat, and she came to America in 1945. So she was 14, and her father sent her to and her siblings to a boarding school, and yeah, after the revolution, so they were stuck in America. But that's her personal story. But it is great. She walks with flow. It's amazing. So I am hoping that I can spread energy in my Tai Chi class too when the time is convenient. I've been trying. People are so busy. But yeah, it's great. Too much with our chit-chatting. So Peter, could you please tell us more about the time when you helped some cancer patient?
Yes, I there was a couple cases I was called on. A case where a patient was going through chemo, and I think it was the session was chemo, the fourth chemo, and the tumor. They had a tumor after the MRI. After chemo, they take an MRI, and the tumor still exists. And I was invited to lecture a NLG, and the patient was interested. So and I start the healing session. And after the third healing session in person, and then the following week, the patient was scheduled to take an updated MRI, and for some reason the tumor was no longer there. And then I was continue doing the distant healing for 12 months, which I promised to do. And I occasionally call and ask how they're doing, and it seemed like that patient's still doing well. I just talked to them recently, yes, and that was one of the case I can't explain. But with NLG, there's a lot of things you can't explain. It's amazing.
Hi, Peter. Seems like we're losing you again.
Oh, okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Were you able to yes, and I did that one case that I share. So the tumor no longer there. So the patient still here with us today. Another case I did was distant healing for another patient, and they were going through. He was going through the chemo, and he contacted me as a good friend of mine, and he said, "Peter, I'm gonna go to chemo tomorrow. I want to call you and say hi, letting you know that I'm going chemo." And I told him, "Okay, I will start the healing session for you, distant healing." And I did that for him. And after he finished his chemo session, I think 4 session, and he called me. He say, the tumor is no longer there, and I'm very I feel great again. And the one thing that he shared with me that every chemo session, um, uh, he said that with his research, after chemo, you get really exhausted. But in his case, he didn't get exhausted. He was still fine. He still have energy to move on the day for the next chemo session. So that was something there with NLG.
Yes, I'm sure he benefited from your love and care too. It's excuse me. I think that for friends and family that we have strong connections with, and we truly share the love and the mutual interests, and the connection is there, and that's how your friends could benefit a lot from you. And of course, because you have such a big heart, you volunteer with at the community centers, and even though you have super busy schedule, and I can imagine living in California, it's is a lot to deal with, from traffic to the noise, and a lot of stresses, right?
But it's energy healing is very enjoying. It's very rewarding when you see someone you able to have an opportunity to heal them and see the results, and from them by looking at them, they feel great. The energy was and they recover from their illness, which is something that you can't describe. It's very rewarding.
That's true. That's so true. Yes. And also to our audience, that energy doesn't encourage you to give up on your current medical treatments. And we really, we love our doctors and nurses. I mean, they are incredible. They are angels. But we, with NLG, we confirm that it is what energy brings about is the healing support. So whatever medical treatment you are on, and for example, like Peter's friends, he went through chemo sessions, and normally people are just exhausted, and because the energy just dropped to an incredible low level. So with NLG, we help you build back your energy level, and you feel less tired, and so that way your body heals better, faster. And one thing about energy as well, the main thing is to help your body stimulate with your stem cell stimulation. And stem cells are your physician. They know where the body has a problem, right? And they are so super smart, super cells, super smart. They just go there and repair the damage, or the exhausted cells, to help you feel better. And that's how it works. And according to Mr. Lay, when you practice NLG, if you have multiple health problems, you will start seeing the less severe problems improve first. And then, the more severe problems, it will slowly improve. We'll give it time, but be patient. When you first see the first benefits that most people see is you sleep better, and you're more energized in the morning. That is very widely shared among energy practitioners, right, Peter?
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. That would be the first sign. If you practice NLG, that's the very first sign. You sleep well. I mean, the minute I can sleep within 10 seconds. Then, I mean, not regular sleeping, we'll kind of deep sleep. I mean, that's why we're able to recover quickly within a short period of time, 2 to 4 hours, and you're fully rejuvenated. And that's energy does that. Yes.
Yes. So did you experience not sleeplessness, but was it difficult for you to fall asleep sometime because you are too energized?
I didn't experience that, but I did experience the full rejuvenation after a quick sleep, and get up and I'm ready to take on the day.
Okay.
and not getting tired at the end of the day. So that's the benefits.
Yes, and I'm sure having enough sleep for the night, this is key for stress management, right? You wake up rejuvenated, you feel great, and you're not cranky. You're happy in going to work. That's a big stress management tool. Um, well, Peter, it's about time that we feature our beloved NLG founder, Mr. Lee. He will come on air and transmit energy, healing energy to our audience. And before we invite him on air, I would like to play a short video to show our audience the technique how to receive the energy from Mr. Lee. So basically, this is a very healing, loving, sweet energy. So you need to be in tune with it. That means you sit back, relax, and take a deep breath and feel calm and be content and peaceful. And that's it. You're preparing yourself for the best to receive the energy from Mr. Lei. So here's the video that I'm gonna share the audience. Excuse me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our NLG live stream. Mr. Lee would like to send the NLG energy to the beloved audience. When he says start, please look into the middle of his forehead and imagine you are receiving NLG into your forehead. Then just relax and let this loving energy absorb to your body for 5 minutes and 30 seconds until Mr. Lee says done.
Okay, so I hope that you get the technique. It's pretty simple, right? For those of you who have attended our class, you might have already experienced the activation sessions that our instructor, Dr. James, had given to you. And while we're waiting for Mr. Lee to come on air, I would like to remind you about the coming up class 2. It's going to be this Saturday, September 25th, 6 a.m. California time or Pacific time. That means GMT -7. For Vietnam, it will be 8 p.m. Vietnam time, GMT +7. And yeah, please take time to sign up for the classes. And we look forward to seeing you there. And the good news for you is that when you attend class 2, your energy level will be upgraded. Dr. James will send you a new activation to upgrade your energy level. So you will feel more when you attend class 2, and because you are on a higher energy level. And yes. We are still waiting for Mr. Lee. I guess while he is he has a very busy schedule. Oh,
I'm coming.
hi, Mr. Lee is back.
I'm coming. Okay, so we have 1 minute to go, right? So before 1 minute to go, I would like to remind you for the best results to receiving the energy, try yourself calm, number 1. Number 2, give your smile and keep yourself happy, and everything take stress away, and just be yourself, you and the energy. And remember, 5 form of love is the master key for you to enter and to analyze your frequency. +1, -1, it is key. Okay, so now we are beginning. Would you set up for me like 3.5 minutes?
Yes, I can.
Yes, thank you.
Please tell me when.
Yeah, I'm ready now. Begin now.
Yes, please start.
Yes.
time is up, Mr. Lee.
Okay.
Please, okay.
All right. So I will have a few minutes with you guys. So we can talk something today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now we have you here. So, Mr. Lee, could you say some encouraging words to our energy practitioners, the new ones who attended class 1, and they feedback to us that they have not felt anything and they have not experienced any difference?
And they want to know why.
Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. Recently, when the people come to NLG, the first thing they must recognize what they want to do and what the NLG can help them. As they know, the 5 form of love is the key. How to tune the key, how to tune into frequency +1 -1. And the +1 -1 is basically focused on how we live with other people. Like, how can I talk to you, and how can I touch you, and how can we share the information, share the story, something like that. So now we friendship, build up relationship with the people around us. That means love. That means number 1, love ourselves. Number 2 is our community, our family. They have to know that, and they have to accept that. And if they don't know, oh, I come here for what? I come here to touch energy and try to catch the energy. And the more I can do it, the more better. But nothing they can do without love. They have to try to figure out the frequency of +1 -1 first. And then the first step, they have to have that first. And that means I say, you must have the Wi-Fi before you call someone. And you don't have Wi-Fi? Sorry, I don't hear you. We cannot get in touch together. They have to know the system, the technique of energy, the technique how to connect with the frequency of the universe by the frequency. That means, like, when you use the phone, you have to figure out how to get the Wi-Fi first, how to go to the T-Mobile, whatever company you want to in touch, you have to connection first. And then you can use them. Same as the energy, you must know the way how to connecting with the frequency of the universe. If you don't know, I'm sorry, you go home for nothing. Okay. So when whatever the instructor of energy must let the people know the most important when you come in the energy and what the benefit and what you have to change yourself. If you don't understand, energy will say, sorry, honey, go home for nothing. That's the secret, and that is the key. That's the most important thing. They have to recognize that. And if they don't do it, so nothing happens.
Yes. So love is the key to accessing energy to benefit the most.
Right.
And
exactly.
yes. And you also you have also taught us that when practicing energy, people need to be in their calmness, in a calm state of mind, and they need to be relaxed and not being angry, not being hateful. And sometimes during this stressful time, it is hard to keep calm. So sometimes people just finish their working day and very stressful, and they just rush to practicing, and that may not work. Is it right, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, they say it's very difficult to keep +1 -1, right? But I tell you what, when they think about the benefit for it, the benefit is the way how to get in touch strongly with the energy. For example, you go to work with the company and you were searching for which company will pay you higher, right? When they pay higher and you say, okay, I like that, that's the benefit. When they pay you higher, they expect you have to do the work right, and they get to pay for you. If you're not qualified for it, and then say bye-bye. And energy, if you want to get in touch and you want to get strongly adapt with the energy, you must know the benefit of it. Like activate the stem cell, stimulate the brain system, and then that's so much benefit for you, and nothing costs. You don't lose nothing. They don't lose nothing. They earn a lot of things from the energy at the level 1 with activation the stem cell. That the people in the world, they already know about the stem cell, but they cannot activate it. But we know the way how to activate the stem cell, and you're able to get the benefit for yourself. So they must know when they come to NLG what the benefit for them, and they will take the trust away from them. I mean, the negative thing, they will say, oh, when I get mad, so I lost the connecting. When I get angry, so I lost that. So I got maintained in connecting with the energy from universe for their benefits. So that is the key. And that's the most important thing for them. But not only for one day, it's for the whole life. Whole life. Every day they practice 5 minutes, it will benefit for the whole life. Think about their health. If they good health, and they can do many things in good health, so they're much trouble. This is the key, okay? This is the key for the people. Stem cell, the activation stem cell is in this book, and it provides you all the information how mankind can activate the stem cell and bring the benefit for them. And this book will get the answer for them. I think this book will be last forever, because the human depend on our stem cell and depend on the energy. And this is the symbol for the energy from the universe sent out to this earth. Okay? And then that I explained to you that this is a step for us to move up. We have to move up and move up, because we have to keep it moving, because the world, the universe is moving, so we have to moving together. We're able to get the frequency from the universe and activate our stem cell, our mind, our stem cell, everything. You know, we have to keep going and moving. You buy this book yet?
Yes, I signed up, but I don't have it in my hand yet.
Okay.
Yes, I'm waiting.
How about Peter? You get one yet?
Not yet, Mr. Lei. I have to find out.
Okay?
Yes. I will have to order one.
Yeah, order one. You support NLG, okay?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. So, yes, according to Mr. Lei, the main benefits from NLG is the stem cell stimulation and activation. And it is $1 billion industry. And it is amazing how expensive it can be for people to have the stem cell therapy, right, Mr. Lei? Like, how much does it cost per session? I'm just curious.
The
stem cells, yeah, kích thích tế bào gốc đó là mỗi lần kích thích như vậy là bao nhiêu tiền hả chú?
We talk about the scientists. They use the stem cell to support the people with illness and anything else, right? The younger or something. They talk about one section about $25,000 to $45,000, depend on what country. Like Vietnam, like it costs like, I don't know, Vietnam, yes, have or not, but I think about 25,000. Korea, 45,000. Japan, maybe more, and I don't know how much in USA. But the benefit is not like NLG. The NLG will activate the stem cell and support good health with our let's see, mình nói là bị trở ngại về vấn đề, nó bị như là sốc thuốc hay gì đó. What did you say?
Adverse interactions with medicine. right?
Is that right?
Right, Peter?
NLG is naturally. We activate stem
No
cell
side
naturally.
effects. No side effects.
Yeah, no side effect, no side effect. Yeah. Whatever you do and whoever, it no side effect at all and doesn't affect to everyone. It's safe for everyone from like 12 years old up. When they learn level 1, level 2, level 3, the more they go higher, the more benefit for them. So no side effect at all. And no
Right.
danger for every section we do once a day, and we're able to activate stem cell, and the stem cell will take care of our physical problem.
Yes. So I got to know that this is a new new technology too. Then when people have babies, they have the choice to whether to decide to have the baby's spinal cord reserved in the stem cell bank or not, because in the future, when the child has a health problem like very, very serious genetic disease, for example, so that they can have access to that stem cell reserved at birth for the stem cell therapy, and it is extremely expensive. And I don't do my research yet. I don't remember how much it costs, but I know it costs a fortune. But now here with NLG, we are providing you a solution completely free, because with Mr. Lay's huge heart, he just wants to save humankind, and he has been working tirelessly, selflessly, and he is incredible. We are so thankful to have you, Mr. Lay, to share energy with the world.
Yes, I hope in from now on, the people around the world will recognize the energy, and will recognize the technique of we stimulate stem cell, and they will accept that, and the energy will help them to balance health problem around the world. And I think this technique will be go on because it's helpful. You get a good result, research, and you get a good health. Everything it's okay without pay for without charge for anything. You don't have to lose everything. Yet 5 minutes a day, you're able to take care of yourself. And also when sometimes they have a health problem, they still need to go to the doctor to find out, hey doctor, what problem for me? And the doctor will give them exactly what's going on. And when we know that, we're able to use the technique of energy to take care of ourselves, or we can use more. We can use the medication from the advice from doctor, the science. We have to balance both sides. Science and energy work together, so we will bring the best benefit for human.
Yes, it's so true that energy and conventional medicine work complementary with each other, and I look forward to.
I'll let you know one thing. This make a difference. This will make a big difference. Why the stem cell work with the scientific, and the stem cell is it work with our mind, our energy, because the energy will in the universe will go to our mind first and activate the cell of the brain, activate them first. So the brain signal will send to the stem cell and lift up the power, make it stronger. And then they can, at that point, they're able to take care of our cell and take care of our health. With normal cell from the doctor, they try to mình nói là ông cấy là sao? Mấy ông nuôi dưỡng đó.
Nuôi dưỡng.
Là họ lấy ra cái họ nuôi cái
Culture. Yes. Culture. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. I have to study English more. Okay.
No, your English is perfect.
Okay. And they inject back to our cell, to the body. But the stem cell is still work with that power For example, like 60%, 70%. I know the range for the human right now is like 70% maximum power for the stem cell. But we bring them up first. We bring them to 80 or 90, and then they're able to take care of ourselves with more power. Better result. That's it. That's a difference. That's a big difference. And no side effect. That's a difference.
Yes. Yes. So thank you, Mr. Lee. It's wonderful to have you on air here. And
Okay.
yes, I didn't expect for us to talk a lot about stem cells because there'll be a lot of scientific facts that I don't know yet. I mean, vocabulary wise, but it is great to have you on air today. And I would like to talk to the audience a little bit about the book that Mr. Lee just mentioned. So it was published.
Sorry, let me say something. I gotta go. I cannot stay here because I got some appointment. And
Okay.
I just want to say bye-bye. And with Peter, thank you for coming today and share with us a story, whatever you have been shared. And thank you too. Thank you, Mr. James. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, the IT team. And I will have to see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you. So yes, thank you, our beloved NLG founder, Mr. Lee. Yes, as always, we wish we could spend more time with you and also Peter. It's wonderful to have you here on air. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us your wonderful stories and your experience practicing energy. And this really helps spread the word and help people more confident on their journey with NLG. And so on behalf of NLG Global, we wish you a wonderful day and good night from America and have a good day in Asia. And if you like our show, please like our live stream and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can help spread the word, and we really appreciate that. And please subscribe to our Telegram channel as well. You can find a lot of information for the upcoming class too. And yes, I cannot repeat myself enough, but the upcoming class too is this coming Saturday, September 25th, 6 a.m. California time, or GMT -7. In Vietnam, it will be 8 p.m. or GMT +7. And we look forward to seeing you there. And thank you for joining us today. And have a good day. Bye-bye.
Can you share?
Yeah.
Can you share how we can order the book?
Okay, that you can find on Telegram as well. And Trina is in charge, so I'll be in touch with you. And yes, I'll make sure you have the book.
Yeah, that way we can share with everyone who is interested in ordering the book.
Oh yes.
So that way they.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's...
Thank you, Peter. Yes. I know. It was not in our agenda today. No, I mean, I wasn't thinking about it. Thank you. Okay, so back to the book that Mr. Lee just shared. It was published in Vietnamese. It was published in Vietnam for now. So it is circulated in Vietnam for now, but we also have plans to either print it here in the US or in other countries, or we will just ship the books directly from Vietnam. Please go to our Telegram channel, and we will have information about book ordering, and you will be able to order the book. And for the English speakers, we are working on translating the book into English, and it will be available soon, hopefully in the fall. So stay tuned, and we keep you updated when the book is available in English. And thank you again, Peter. I'm sure the audience is excited to learn more about stem cell and everything that Mr. Lee has to share. Okay, on behalf of NLG, thank you again for watching our show today, and good night, and have a great day in Asia. Bye-bye.